My name is Paul Thomsen. I was with Ormat for about 8 years, and then I left to go work for the state of Nevada as the governor's energy advisor for 2 years and chairman of our Public Utilities Commission. So I have an interesting perspective because I've been both on the private sector side, working as an advisor to a governor, and as a regulator, regulating the energy industry as it moves forward. I've been back with Ormat now for about 1.5 years as we transition from not only being a geothermal company, but working in storage and solar and expanding to be a total renewable energy provider. Well, I'll tell you, I guess the story of Ormat starts in about 1965 when the company was founded by Lucian Bernicki and really was looking at how to make energy more efficient. Our first project, most people don't know, was a solar project in Mali, Africa. And the idea was, how do we provide electricity to the small village? And so we did a solar pump project that helped pump water out of a well to provide the necessary water to this small village. And the project was a success. It worked great. But Lucian at the time realized that it wasn't really going to be something that paid the bills. And so he looked at other applications to make energy more efficient. And that led him to the geothermal sector. And he has a lot of patents and designs around a turbine design and what was called the organic Rankine cycle, which is a heat transfer technology that works not only in solar ponds and so forth, but led itself to working really well in geothermal. And so Ormat started as an equipment supplier. They designed the turbines and the equipment to deploy geothermal power plants where there was geothermal resource and they thought they could be more efficient. And the company for years was an equipment manufacturer, and they did other odd jobs around equipment manufacturing, but geothermal was kind of the core business. And that led kind of to organic growth in Ormat to go from equipment manufacturing to buying and owning and operating geothermal power plants to then realizing that they wanted to develop and build geothermal power plants. And so today, we are a truly vertically integrated company, all the way from manufacturing the equipment to owning drill rig companies and geologists. And so we can go out into the field and find the geothermal resource. We can deploy our drilling company to drill for that geothermal resource. We can then deploy our construction teams to build the power plant. We then use our own equipment and we can build a project from the ground up. The company went public, I think, in about 2005. And that's really when we raised enough capital to start developing the project. So prior to that, it was mostly equipment manufacturing and selling to third parties. And about the 2005-2006 time period, we started really aggressively buying power plants that we thought we could improve production from, or then also building our own. So I think the oversimplification of that answer from the business development guy is there were not enough other developers building power plants. And it wasn't going to be sustainable for us to produce equipment if people weren't buying the equipment and deploying it in the field. And so we wanted to increase that market share by not only selling our equipment to third parties who were doing this, but also doing it ourselves. And that leads to today, we are the largest operator of geothermal power plants in the United States and the largest active developer currently in the United States as well.